Hello, dear students. So here we read this problem that an aeroplane has to go from point A to another point B, which is 500 kilometer away due 30° east of north. So here, let's take the point A as the origin and point B, which is 500 kilometer away, okay, is making an angle of 30° east of north. So that's how the angle is told, 30° east of north. Wind is blowing towards the north at a speed of 20 meter per second. So velocity of the wind is towards the northern direction, upward direction like this, 20 meter per second. So that means that if you want to go from A to B, then you cannot go along this line. Because if you go along this line, the wind will push you and you will reach somewhere up this direction. So that is of no use. So we have to travel in this direction so that when the wind will push you, you will reach here. So we can represent now these in terms of velocity vectors. So we can say that this represents the velocity of the wind, that is 20 meter per second. And this one represents the velocity of the plane with respect to the wind. And this would represent the velocity of the plane. See, we can write like this: velocity of plane with respect to wind is velocity of the plane minus velocity of the wind. Or I can say that velocity of the plane is velocity of plane with respect to the wind plus velocity of the wind. And that's what you see here in the form of a triangle law. That velocity of plane with respect to the wind plus velocity of the wind is giving you the velocity of the plane. Okay. Now seeing here, the airspeed of the plane is 150 meter per second. That means they're talking about the velocity of the plane with respect to wind is 150 meter per second. We have to find out the direction in which the pilot should head in order to reach the point B. They're actually asking this particular angle. If I call this as A, so this angle is what they are asking as per the solution in HC Verma. Also, you can see the answer. They have given this particular angle. So that's why I have written this angle here. Now, let us say that these angles are A, B, and C. So first we can start off by using the sine law in order to find out this angle. So sine law in mathematics tells us that 20, which is this magnitude of this vector, divided by the opposite angle, that is sine of A, is given by this vector, that is 150, divided by sine of the opposite angle, that is B. You can use this law to find out any angle. Okay, so you will study this in mathematics. So we can say that sine of A is going to be 20 into sine of B divided by 150. Now, how much is sine of B? You can see that this angle 30 is going to be same as this angle because these two are parallel lines. So sine 30. So that is going to be 10 divided by 150 or 1 divided by 15. So angle A is going to be sine inverse of 1 by 15. So you have to head in a direction making an angle of sine inverse of 1 by 15 towards the eastern direction. Okay, the actual direction जो होगा उससे sine inverse 1 by 15 in the eastern side you have to fly. That's basically the first part of the answer. Okay, and this will be around 3.82 degree if you use your logbook and calculate it. So you will get this particular value because you're not supposed to by heart this angle. It's not a very standard angle. So you may have to use the logbook. In HC Verma, many of the problems will require the logbook. Okay, now the second part of the problem says that how much time does it take for the plane to go from A to B? So there is no acceleration. So we can say the velocity of the plane equal to distance, that is 500 kilometer, okay, divided by time. So since I want the time, I need to find out what is the velocity of the plane. Now see, this is in the form of a triangle. And we know that we have this particular law with us, rule, where we can say that Vp square is going to be 20 square plus 150 square plus 2 times 20 into 150 into cos of angle between these two vectors. Okay, between these two vectors. So what is the angle? Some people say that these two vectors के बीच में angle ये वाला है C, but it is not C. See, the angle is always the angle to be measured in the anti-clockwise direction from the positive x-axis. So here, if you check it out, I will have to extend this angle here, and let's see what the angles are. ये आपका 30 है, तो ये पूरा यहां से यहां तक आपका 60 होना चाहिए. इसका मतलब है ये जो एंगल है ये कितना होगा? ये होगा 60 माइनस योर 3.82, ओके, विच यू हैव कैलकुलेटेड ए. चलो, यानी ये अप्रोक्सीमेटली मैं लिख रहा हूं, आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू डू द एग्जैक्ट वैल्यू. दिस इज गोइंग टू बी 57 and 56.2, something like that. You can say 56.2 degree hoga. I hope that part is correct. Okay, this is going to be 57 and 3, yeah, 56.2. This angle is going to be 56.2. Therefore this angle is also going to be 56.2 degree. So how much is this angle going to be then? This one, this angle is going to be 90 minus 56.2. I'm not going to take the 0.2 there. I'm just going to approximate the answer. So I'll say this is approximately 34 degree. Okay, इधर उधर थोड़ा सा एक दो point ज़्यादा कम रह सकता है. 34 degree. So what is the angle between these two vectors? It is actually 34 degree. Okay, like if you draw like this, if these are the two vectors, okay, so if this vector was here, you would have said that this is the angle between these two vectors, and that same angle is this angle. These two are the same angles. All right, so only thing is that now instead of the line being like this, the line is like this. That's all. Okay, and please try to identify, this is the angle 34 degree which you are seeing here. If this whole triangle would have been made straight, 34 degree would have been this angle. So we will write here 34 degree. Fine. So you can calculate the value of VP from here. Again, cos 33, you may require the logbook for calculating this. So if you calculate this particular value of velocity, this comes out to be around 167 meter per second. So you can calculate that at your easy time. So this particular value of velocity we can put here, and we can say time is equal to 500 into 10 raised to 3 divided by 167. And of course, this will be in seconds, which you need to convert it into minutes according to the solution given in HC Verma. And you will get this answer approximately to be around 50 minutes. So I hope that this discussion has answered your question.